If you have a channel on YouTube and your channel doesn't blow up, there's no such thing as failing on YouTube. So for anyone who's starting to think about starting a YouTube channel, you should really go for it. Even if you end up with 1 million subs, or it's just your mom, your only subscriber, like how it was for me for a while. YouTube is a journey that completely changes who you are and teaches you such valuable lessons that a lot of daily activities don't really teach you. But for me to convince you of this, I need to start at the beginning. I first really started watching YouTube because of PewDiePie. I never really was a regular watcher, and I remember one time I was on the family computer, where the computer was in our living room, and I was just scrolling and I saw a video from PewDiePie, and I remember he had me in tears. He was so funny to me back then, and I couldn't get enough of his content. So on my little iPod that I had back then, I downloaded the YouTube app and I spent hours, almost every day, watching either PewDiePie videos or some other YouTubers that I found. And after time passed by, I really thought that this is so fulfilling to me. But there's something that I want to do. Now, I've been watching other YouTubers for hours, but you know what? I decided I want to make my own. I want to have my own videos. So as a kid with any goal in mind, you start it right away. So excited to start the journey. And I couldn't come up with a name, and I remember, what is my name, which is Julian, and what do I like? Unicorns. So my original name was the Junicorn, and if you were a fan back then, my god, you must be one of the biggest OG subscribers ever. I taught myself how to edit as a 10-year-old who doesn't even know anything about life, about relationships, about money, about job. I just wanted to create videos. So I just went up on the internet and learned how to edit. It took me a while, but you know what? Looking back at those videos, for a 10-year-old, it wasn't that bad. Here's a clip.
Down here, and it's another video, but it's not about Minecraft. It's a specialty, as you can see, because you can see my flush.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
I want to do a video. I told you guys I wouldn't be just doing about Minecraft, so I want to.
And as I started to continue posting videos, it started to get noticed by my family, my friends, and then people at school started to recognize me as well. And at first it was all fun and games, and you know, people started liking my videos or telling me, I saw your videos, you're making YouTube videos. You know, nothing harmful. I got a few subscribers, got a few views. People started to do the one thing that they always love to do, and they love to hate. So I used to get bullied for it. People used to make fun of me that I had a YouTube channel. Every time I would even say a word, people would be like, why is this guy talking? He has a YouTube channel, he's a loser. And that really hit me hard. I remember trying to push through it, but at the end of the day, you're just a very young kid, and you know, bullying really affects you. People's opinions really affect you. You want to be accepted by the people around you. You want to create new friends. And if this YouTube channel is holding you back, the one decision I came to do was to stop it. And you know, it's one thing that I regret was that I stopped because of other people. But again, at the time I didn't know better, so I cannot blame my younger self. And as years gone by, living my life normally, at the age of 18, I went through a harsh breakup. And after feeling so hurt and feeling the sense of no importance, I decided to finally get up and I wanted to do something with my life. And then it just clicked to me that YouTube was always there. I've always watched videos, I always kept up to date. But now I'm a bit older and I realize the potential that YouTube actually has. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to start YouTube again, 8 years later. But at the time I didn't know what videos to make, but I was going through a rough patch in my life, and all I was learning or teaching myself was kind of self-improvement, fitness, health. So I said, you know what, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make videos on what I learned, because also it'll help me learn as well. So I came up with the channel Level Up, and I had this big vision that Level Up would be one of the biggest channels ever, that people would know the brand. And as I started to do YouTube and TikTok, people started to notice me again as well. I would go out in public, I would go out to the gym, and people start to say, hey, I see your videos, I really like them. And at a certain point, I started to feel famous. And for over a year grinding these videos, I realized, is Level Up really who I want to be? Is that really how I want people to see me as? So recently, I decided to rebrand my YouTube channel to my name, Julian Tishone. And ever since then, it's been an up from there. My channel has been doing really well because of you guys, and I really appreciate it. And the reason why I made that decision was because in order for me to connect to my audience, I rather them not know me as some type of brand, but as a human being, heart to heart, face to face, talking to someone, not just a camera in my basement. And right now I record this video with around 4,000 subs, but for such a long time, I saw no growth. I was barely getting a subscriber a week, but I kept posting videos almost every day. And I kept working hard at it and saying, one day it's gonna work, one day it's gonna work. You just gotta keep posting, keep working. And now looking back at my journey, even though I don't really have a big following yet, I look at my YouTube journey as such an achievement. I go back and look at all the values, all the lessons that it's taught me. It made me overcome the feeling of not feeling important and not caring about what other people think. When I restarted my channel, I felt nervous. I'm like, well, I quit because people made fun of me. What if it's going to happen again? But I was older. I learned throughout the years that, you know what? I don't care anymore. There's nothing to lose, but everything to gain. And that's why I started with no hesitation. Some people would support me, some people wouldn't, but I didn't care. I did it because I wanted to. And all these valuable lessons that I learned throughout the journey, I didn't need all these subscribers to learn that. I just needed to do the one simple thing, and it was to post. You know, looking back at my journey on my first level up video, I've learned a lot on myself, but also the business. The video quality back then doesn't really compare to now. I've learned about resolution, about lighting, about storytelling, about the hook, call to action, ending. I bettered my skill in editing. I learned what people like, dislike. I learned how to speak better. I wouldn't have learned all these valuable lessons if I didn't just start posting. Heck, I wouldn't even be the same person if I didn't start the YouTube channel again. Because what YouTube has taught me is not caring about how many subscribers you have or how many followers you have, but it's our hard work and consistency, dealing with failure every day, pushing through it. Everything will work out in the end. Imagine posting videos that you've spent hours on every day and seeing no results. Imagine failing day in and day out, but keep deciding to push forward. That is what YouTube can do. That's what YouTube can teach you. YouTube has taught me to learn about the topics that I talk about. YouTube has taught me to be authentic, to speak my truth, my opinions, have a say in the world, even though it might not reach the audience yet. Looking back at my channel for the last 10 years, I look at it as a piece of art. It's a documentary of the growth of myself. I get to see my own growth in front of my eyes. I get to share my story, motivate, inspire other people, because at the end of the day, that is my main goal. And it's such a long journey, but again, it's a journey that you have nothing to lose, but everything to gain. Now, I won't ask you to like or subscribe to this video, or go watch some of my other videos to help the algorithm and make the algorithm love me. For this video, all I ask, if you really enjoyed this video and you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel, do it. If I haven't convinced you that YouTube will absolutely change you for the better, then I don't know what else will. Because YouTube, if used properly, can absolutely change your life. And if you are worried about other people and what they care about and you're hesitating on starting it, take my words. Start it. Do it. Post. I promise you, and this is a promise, you won't regret it. Maybe we'll do some collab together, and that's when we'll see each other at the top.